Nick speaking, and welcome to this live short, very unplanned. And I'm just testing because I've never been shorts live before, just a normal live stream. However, I am in the middle of editing a video, hence I've got the headphones on, and GW have just dropped the new data slate and the new points changes, and of course there's some impact for Necrons, so I thought I would just quickly do this short just to let you guys know that it's happened and also to find out more about it. Of course, we have seen some rumours about what was coming, and some of that has been true. So, yeah, let's have a quick look at the Necron stuff first. So, first of all, the data slate. There's only two changes for us. The first one's pretty decent, actually, for the Annihilation Legion detachment. We now get an added special rule. So each time a destroyer cult unit from your army makes a ranged attack, that targets the closest eligible target. Add 1 to the armor penetration characteristic of that attack. So there's only a close combat special rule for this detachment, but now a ranged one. Okay, it's got to be the closest unit, but now at least our Locust destroyers and Locust heavy destroyers, which are a destroyer cult unit, actually get a benefit. So I'm really liking that. Now I'm not sure if anyone is watching because, like I said, this is the first time I've used a short. Actually, I can see we've got some watchers. I just can't see any comments. So if you are making a comment, let's have a look. Welcome to the chat. Maybe if you could do a comment for me, a chat, and I'll see if it pops up on the stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've got really bad lighting. I look terrible. The focusing's not great either, but hey ho, I'm doing it on my really old Samsung phone. Aha, we've just had a comment, but I think the new detachment gonna be meta. I think so. I think that the new detachment we had for Christmas is going to be definitely fun to play. Let's put it that way. Now we do have another change, and this is a negative one for us. But the Hypercrypt Legion has had a change. Effectively, it's one less unit that you can hypercrypt now. So if you're playing Incursion, it's only one unit. Strike Force, it's now only 2 units. Onslaught, 3 units. Now we do luckily have the enhancement, which gives us +1 to how many units that we can pull off the table. I've tried using that a few times at 2,000 points so that I could pull 4 units off of the table, and honestly I felt that was too many. I think 3 was the ideal number. I have to say I think 2 units only is going to be rather limiting, so from now on I'm probably going to have to play the enhancement, which gives you the extra unit to put off the table, because I think 2 is just not quite enough. 3 is much better, so it just means we're going to have to spend more points on the enhancement. This is brilliant. Yeah, I can see your comments. Pretty happy with the Annihilation Legion getting a slight boost. Needs a strat rework, but it's a step in the right direction. Absolutely. It's great to see that GW are trying to give some love to some of the other detachments to encourage us to play them. I mean, there are only 5 detachments, so surely it's not too hard to do. Obviously, in the previous edition, we had quite a few, like, they weren't detachments, but like army dynasty special rules that we could choose from. And a lot of them weren't really very playable. There's only like 1 or 2 that were actually really good. So yeah, hopefully we get a little bit more of a even field with all the detachments that we've got. So yeah, of talking about paying extra points for enhancements, we've got some points changes as well. So I've just printed them out. So let's take a look. We've got a few red ones, which basically means points have gone up. So let's go through those first. I can barely see. It's quite dark actually, but there you go. Right, so basically the Nightbringer and the Void Dragon have gone up 10 points. I don't think there's that much surprise there. The C'tans are pretty tanky. So yeah, going up now to 305 points for a Nightbringer. Obviously, it's already been increased before. The Void Dragon going up to 300 points. That's a serious investment in points, but still playable. But I think now it's getting on to that sort of points level of, is it really, do I really need to bring it? You know, maybe I could spend those points elsewhere, especially as obviously the game sort of changes around as well. We've got the Hexmark Destroyer going up again to 75 points. I suppose there's no surprise there, although he did get a bit of a nerf with one of the basically the Dataslate special rule, which I'll talk about, I suppose, now. So yeah, if you have any 3-inch strike stratagems, that is now going to be 6 inches, not 3 inches. That's nerfing the Hexmark Destroyer, which I think most people were using the Hexmark Destroyer to do that, to come in a very small space and then do secondaries and actions and things, potentially take your opponent's objective. So a little bit of a nerf there and a points increase. Another thing which has gone up is the Royal Warden, going up 10 points to 50 points. Now obviously I'm building my voters list, army list, on my community tab, and we've nearly built it, but of course this is going to change things, so points changes mainly, so I'm going to have to revisit that list. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes, because we've got quite a few increases, but we've got more decreases, which is pretty cool. And we've got the Transcendent Catan going up by 10 points as well to 295 points. So the only Catan not going up is the Deceiver, which not many people use anyway. Thank you, Damned Legion. He says, add a comment. Why not? Add a comment for me. That would be fantastic. So that is all the increases. Not too bad. Not that unexpected. So let's have a look at some of the decreases then, shall we? Apologies, it is very dark where I am. I should have thought about this more, but I just wanted to go live. I wanted to be one of the first. Come on, camera. Okay. Okay, it's focused. So yeah, points decreases. We've got the Canoptic Wraiths coming down in points, which is interesting. 10 points for 3, down to 115. 6 now is 230. It's down 20 points. I wish my camera would not keep going blurry. It's probably the lack of light. Okay, and then we've got Ghost Arcs coming down as well. 10 points to 115. Interesting. And Immortals have come down, but only for a unit of 5. So a unit of 10 is still 150, but a unit of 5 is now 70, coming down 5 points. That's pretty handy, because sometimes I will use a unit of 5 and just put it on a home objective. So that's pretty useful. We've got Necron Warriors, again, coming down, but only in the smaller unit size. So a unit of 10 coming down to 90 points. So 10 points reduction, but a unit of 20 sticking at 200. I don't generally use units of 10 warriors. It would normally be a big unit. I'd rather have like the Immortals really to do that. Oh, it's the camera. I thought my glasses were dirty. Yeah, no, it's definitely the camera. So what else have we got? We've got Ophidian Destroyers coming down. They've come down 10 points for a unit of 3 and 20 for a unit of 6. So you're looking at 80 points or 160 points. That's not bad. We've got the Plasmancer, believe it or not, coming down to 60 points from 65 points. That's very interesting. Very nice. Plasmancer, I like using him. And that's it. So no other points changes. So yeah, Convergence of Dominion, not touched really. That's just GW just not wanting to acknowledge that they've got fortifications, I think, in the game. Interesting, the Forge World Seraptic Heavy Construct is on this list, 540 points, but have you noticed that that model is not available on the Games Workshop website, which, well, I thought probably meant it's going to eventually go to Legends, because it's not like it's just listed as temporary unavailable. It's just not there at all. But it is on this points thing, so maybe it's going to happen, but not happened yet. But yeah, I think I've got a funny feeling it's probably going to go to Legends, that Forge World Seraptic, which that's a shame, really. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. I need to find it. I did download it all, but what else was there? There was something else. Miniature and field manual. Oh yes, it was on the actual Games Workshop website. Most of the other changes are for different armies. Adaptus, Sorotis, which I can never say. Bit of a change to their Miracle Dice. Gene Stealer's got a change. And the Space Marines Oath of Moment. Oh yes, the other thing was AP. So if you have a stratagem which reduces your opponent's AP as it comes in, it's basically just for that unit now, as opposed to like you use a stratagem and any unit that shoots in reduces the AP. All pretty sensible changes, I think. The 3-inch deep strike is a shame for us, but I can understand why they've done it, because there are some armies that just don't have that facility, and it can be hard to counter. And I suppose it's quite big for the game, so at least now 6 inches is still good. It's just not quite as good. But yeah, overall, I think the changes are fine, and of course coming just before Christmas. So yeah, I've got lots to experiment with now. I'll be honest, I haven't played for a while. I haven't played since my last Obeisance Flanks battle report I put up. Just family issues. Richard's had some family issues. I've had some family issues. So we just haven't been able to get together. I've got a brand new Hypercrypt Legion list that I want to play. Of course, I've got the subscriber list, which is nearly built, which I want to play. I want to play the new detachment. That looks awesome. I cannot wait to play that. But I have a funny feeling, whilst I may be playing Richard this Friday, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to make it for whatever reason. I might not be able to make it. So I probably am not going to start gaming now until next year. So yeah, that's a shame, because with all this new exciting stuff, I can't wait to play, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, just a quick live stream whilst my other half is at work. She's due to come home soon. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you everyone who did pop into this rather random, low quality live stream to find out what all the Necron changes were about. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one, if I can work out how to stop the stream, because I don't know how to stop it. How do you stop it? Probably there. Yeah. Okay. Catch you later.